Hello everyone, Aquarians, cross watchers, welcome to your video. So I didn't channel a song for today, but I did channel a song for the next 2 days. But today I channeled a message. I literally heard, this is the transition period. The transition period. Bottom line is changing frequency. Okay, transition. Not everybody is going to go through the exact same transition, but this is the transition period. This is the time frequencies are changing for us. All right. So before I get into all that, guys, I want to be the first to tell you that you're so beautiful and you're so needed in this world. I want to thank you for being here, and I want to thank you for sharing your time and your energy with me. I value you. The divine values you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. In the pre-shuffle, I got cards about, I got victim reverse. I got Three of Swords reverse. So I do feel that this type of transition is moving away from hurt and pain. Moving away from being the victim or thinking as one, however it could be, but it's definitely you're raising your frequency. Okay, whether victimhood or not, you are raising your frequency. Anyway, guys, I'm going to say a quick prayer and then we'll get right into it and just see what really wants to come out here today. Our Father in heaven, I want to thank you for the many blessings that you've given to each and every one of us here. I want to ask for protection for ourselves and our loved ones from whatever we need protection from. And I want to ask that you please help those who are suffering and in need. Please be with those who are suffering from war or whatever they're suffering from. Help them. And I would like to ask for permission to be able to see what it is I'm allowed to see for this reading so that I can give the most highest divine messages possible. Thank you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. So I'm going to be using this chakra wisdom. I'm going to close out with Archangel Michael messages for the advice. This is for the oracle reading, and the two tarot decks I'm using are the Golden Girls and the Rider-Waite Weiss deck. That's all the decks I'm using for today. So let's get into this. What wants to come out here for the oracle part of the reading? This may guide us to what we're transitioning from. But overall, just know that you're going to a higher frequency, okay? This is the transition time. So there may be a lot of, there may be at least one particular area of your life that's going to change and shift for the better. All right, show me what I need to see. I just heard 2 more shuffles. One this way and one the other way, okay? Sometimes I'll see images, they'll show me, I'll see an image. Show me what I need to see for this reading, please. The oracle part, thank you. Anything else? Thank you. Anything else? Thank you. Anything else? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Growth. Bottom line. I mean, this pretty much sums up the whole reading, right? We can just shut off the camera and go, right? Growth. But just as these plants are growing differently, also we grow differently from each other, okay? And the way that you're growing, I think it's going to be apparent to you. But either way, it's growth. At the end of the day, it's growth. And that's what I got from the message, transition period, all right? So we have these 3 cards together here. We have bittersweet. And, the feeling I get with this card is it's like, we have people around us who love us, but maybe there's a certain someone that we're missing. So it's kind of bittersweet. Like life is good and we're happy, though there might be a person or a thing or something that is missing, that we feel is missing also. That's a perspective. That's a mindset. And sometimes it's not a person that's missing. Maybe it's an event that happened in our life. Like everything is good, but it's like still thinking back to a time, right? Thinking back to a time, and that time can lead to a trauma. It can lead to a person that you love that you're missing. It can be anything, right? It's bittersweet. So no matter how good things are in life, it's like also sort of remembering something here, and that memory brings some hint of sadness, okay? It's bittersweet. Now, I'm being told to tell this one. Vanity came out sideways, and for me, basically, I feel that's the shift. It's like, doesn't really, you know, your life, and I know that this is very common for Aquarians. Aquarians really don't care so much about how other people live their life. So this might be for people who are sort of looking at this or noticing things, because this is more of a vanity life. Living life to the Joneses, living life to how society expects you to live. These people even are looking up to a leader, right? And that leader can be anything. It can be someone who has dominated energy in your life. It could even be government, right? Societies, people who are leaders in societies. This is also changing, because as our frequency rises, it's going to force others who aren't rising to either stay where they are or to come along and rise up. And that's going to involve societies on some level, no matter where you're at in the world. So this is another thing that's in the process of happening. In general, the frequency of mankind is raising, and we're seeing things. And some of these things that we're seeing, because we have here, it could be a leader, it could be someone who's trying to awaken. These people are all drinking, okay? So whatever this means to you, because this card speaks to me in a lot of different ways. You might literally be the noticer of how things happen, how things are created. Look at all of the things that happen in our societies, and some of these things that they predict. How do they predict this stuff? You know, how do they predict this stuff? It's because they're putting it out there, so they are predicting it? Who knows? But when I see that card as an individual, I definitely see that you are raising your frequency, and there's some people going to be left behind. Because this can be a person who is a leader. You could be a leader. This could be a person who's in charge. This could also be you noticing something, and it's time for you to ascend, because this person has here on it the crystal, the amethyst. So something may be very crystal clear to you and how things are. You're ascending, and it's interesting because I've noticed things. People who email me in general, and we have conversations. There are a lot of people who watch me, whether you're Aquarian or not, and you guys are noticing how you are and how others are around you, how they react with you, interact with you, and you're noticing it's different. It's different. It might be bittersweet. Maybe they're still in your life, but you're ascending, and you're noticing a person who's around you who is not ascended, and it's hard, because how do you interact with people? These could be people you love, people you've known and who are dear to you for years. How do you act around people who you love and they just don't understand you? They don't get you. They're not on your frequency. They don't see things from your perspective. These are the things that are changing. Your frequency is rising, and you are literally changing stations here. You're changing. You're just you're not even in the bandwidth of some of these people in your life anymore. And it's bittersweet, because you're ascending. That's good. But some people are not ascending with you, and that's where it gets bitter. We have here in the reverse guilt. And it's kind of like this. And I think some of this is like, if you felt, and I'm not saying you feel guilty, but it's like letting go of guilt, because sometimes when we go on to be happy, we feel guilty that others we love are not happy, you know. And that's really what came to me with this card. you being happy. And there's a person here who's in their own world. They're in their own lane. Okay, this person's close to them, literally. This person is drinking. It says vodka. This person is drunk, obviously not ascended, and this person is ascended. But like I said, sometimes there's a certain level of guilt that goes with that, because it's like, I'm happy, but I feel bad that this other person isn't happy. It's very hard on me to see this person unhappy, or to see this person destroy themselves. That is bittersweet. But it's also talking about letting go of guilt. It's in a process here. The transition period, letting go of guilt, letting go of sometimes people, they just have to go on their own journey, and it's so hard to watch them. It's hard to watch them fail versus succeed, right? We all like to watch someone succeed, but it's that transition that it's time for you to move up and to ascend. You're changing the frequency, and it's just not going to be able to be helped. These people, they have to go on their own journey. They have to come to a point where they change from within, that they want it. No matter what you say to them, it's like the old saying in America, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You can show someone the way, but it doesn't mean they'll follow. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. And then these came face down, so these may be things, you know, that you don't see, but it doesn't really matter. We have abundance here, and it's in the reverse. But it's like, I'm drawn to, we have two cards of somebody drinking, or we could just say unawakened, not ascended, somebody who is avoidant, right, to see the truth. And in this card of abundance, someone is literally stealing their abundance, even from their own household. We have a person here who might make the money, and a person here who is taking the money, using up resources or whatever. And now we have the houses for sale. So when I see this abundance card reverse, and I see this perspective card sideways, this is what's changing. You're noticing something. You're noticing either something that's happening on a whole in society, because some of you guys are on that level. You're seeing things as a whole in the whole world. Some of you are seeing things in your own little nucleus of your own little world of your family and friends, and you're noticing something, and it's hard. It's hard because you're ascending and someone is not ascending. Someone's perspective will probably change over time. And with this abundance reverse, they might have to sort of hit their own rock bottom. They might have to lose everything to see something, to see how they lost it. I don't know exactly what it's trying to say, but there is a perspective that is shifting and changing, because we have the butterfly and we have the bird, which for me is always spirit messages, and two butterflies here. There's one butterfly who transitions or ascends higher than the other one follows, and that can definitely be that. You might be the way shower for somebody, even though they're not following you at this moment. They may follow you at some point. They may have to lose everything first. They may have to lose something. Maybe not everything. Everything is harsh, but this person is literally, someone is stealing from them in their own home, and their abundance is lost, and then the home is sold. So that could be as literal as that, because cards can sometimes be literal. But anyway, you're ascending, and it's really hard to leave those that you love behind. And this might be that transition period. Now, you could have already have ascended and left those behind, and now this is that person who is now following you, joining you, learning from, they've learned from you, okay? And now they're ascending up to your frequency, because I'm really guided to height here. We have a bird up above and a bird below. We have two doves. Just like these butterflies, One is above, one is below. Someone is definitely ascending here, following the path of the divine. And this could be a person who was literally off their path. And like I say, it can be you who's ascending, following the path of the divine. And you're leaving someone behind, and then they're going to follow later on. Or this could be that person now following because you've already ascended so high. Like I said, we're all at different levels here. But this is the transition period. This is the ascension period, the transition period for this to happen. That was my message, and I heard it loud and clear. Loud and clear. This is the transition period. Show me what I need to see here for the tarot part of the reading. For those of you who just like to skip to certain parts of the reading, I timestamp the readings. And if you're dealing with an Aquarius, roles can be reversed. We have Temperance reverse here starting off. Major Arcana for Sagittarius. Also, it's Archangel. And it talks about the right time, blending the right energies. It talks about patience. And it talks about, it's really about energy. And this can be an energy that is not in the right energy. It's off balance in some kind of way. So let's see what it wants to say here. Why is Temperance reversed for the main issue? The first card is usually where the reading is going to go. First and last card being very important here in self. Tell me about the Temperance. Yeah. We have the Queen of Swords on the bottom. It's air energy, but it's an energy of, if you're not in the right energy, right? If you're not in the right energy, I have to cut you off and leave you behind because you're not in the right energy to be in my space, right? It's like that, you know, a person who is doing good things for themselves and their body and is not going to go hang out with someone who's doing drugs, right? It's not the right mix of energy. So we have here the Nine of Wands in reverse and Judgment. And so this is a person where you might be like, look, I have to cut you off because you have not ascended. This is an awakening card, right? The trumpet has sounded. There are people here who awakened, okay? They're naked because it's a symbol of purity, okay? The soul is truly awakening. Well, not, the soul is awakened. Let me back up. It's a perspective. It's the mind. Okay, the soul is growing. The soul is growing. But for somebody in this circle here, it's like, look, you're not ascending right now, or you're not on, I don't want to say level either, because I do believe all humans were the same, but we're at different paces in our life, right? And there's somebody who's at a different frequency. It's a more divine frequency, and there's another person who's trying to obtain that frequency, but it's a struggle right now. They're in their struggle period of their life. And so this is an energy of saying, I have to cut off this connection because this, until you ascend, right? Until you surrender to the awakening, because this is a card of surrender. It's also a card of victimhood because it's the Wounded Warrior, and I did get in the pre-shuffle victim reverse. So it's like you're not operating in a victim mentality or from a victim standpoint anymore. And so people who are in your environment who are still operating as the victim, you sort of have to separate yourself from them because it's like, I can't help you anymore. I'm trying to help you see, but I can't help you see. Now, if anyone here is operating out of their pain body from their victimization part, you know, where that could be, you're about to ascend out of that. Okay? You're either the one ascending out of this victimhood, or you already have and somebody is following you. Okay? You're like their muse. So tell me what is another aspect. But we have two major arcana. We have Pluto, which is it's Scorpio energy there, and then we have Temperance, which is Sagittarius energy there. Both angels. There are 3 archangels in this deck, in the tarot deck, the other one being the Lovers, and right off the bat you have two angels. So this is a divinely guided thing, and it's a decision. This is a decision where, you know, literally, I have to bring this up now because some of you are going to have parent-child relationships, because there is literally a child draining a parent. A child might be using the resources of the parent. This is not for everybody, okay? I have to bring that up because the Empress is in reverse. And this Empress in reverse could be someone who has to sort of cut off, whether it's a man or a woman, cut off the resource department. Sort of like, look, you're grown now, you know, you're not ascending to just live in my house, or you're not ascending to just live off my money or my resources. You're not, you know, ascending the way that you should. So there's something for a small few of you, it could be something like that if you're dealing with that. But on the other hand, it doesn't matter. Somebody is being held back because of another energy. And the potential here is to be the Empress, the full embodiment of the Empress. But because of this, something is being held back. Okay, either you're being held back or someone close to you is being held back, and it's a decision that has to be made now. Okay, it's a decision that has to be made. It's time to cut off what's no longer serving me any good. Give me a card for the other aspect here. Okay, now we have the Ten of Cups. That's family sometimes, okay? We have Scorpio here, which we do have Pluto, which was Scorpio, and the Queen of Swords. Some of you literally might be cutting out a Scorpio, or a Scorpio might be cutting you out. It can go either way. That's face value of the cards, okay? We have Libra, Scorpio, but we have air and water. But there's a family, a person who might be family or close to the family or like family that has to be cut off because it's to the point where it's preventing ascension for somebody. It's preventing ascension. And this is noticed from above. Like I said, we have two archangels right off the bat here. And this Knight of Cups in reverse is like saying, I cannot provide help anymore. And it has nothing to do with love. I love you very much, but this is too, it's like draining, and I'm not helping you. This person might give some resistance. Depends on who's who in this scenario. But it's really, so far, reading about not enabling another energy, because this is the transition period of ascending. Now, if this was somebody that you were enabling or you were allowing to live off of your resources or something like that, this could be that energy of they're going to get a job and like they're going to do it on their own. Like maybe you don't even have to have this conversation. Maybe it's just over. Maybe they're finally doing it. I don't know. And like I said, it can go vice versa. It can also, somebody could be cutting off Aquarius, all right? So just keep that in mind. It depends on where you're at. And this conversation has not happened yet. This would be the transition. It's in the process. This came out sideways. This is travel, communication. It's rapid, it's fast, but it's in the process, all right? So I feel that the time is approaching for this conversation that hasn't happened yet. Page of Pentacles reverse, and it could be with a younger spirit with that page. It could be with that younger spirit. Something is going to get cut off. Chariot reverse, Knight of Cups reverse. It's just not able to do it any longer. Tell me about the root. What's the root? But either way, it doesn't have to be a person dealing with a child, but it is a person who is ascending and has to tell the other person, look, this is where I'm going in life, but I see that you're happy being right here. So we just have to break off ways right now, because I'm going here, but you're right here, and you have a right. You want to be here, you have a right to be here, but I also have a right to go this path. So it's like, you know, for now, it seems like somebody's moving toward their happiness, letting go of guilt, not really worrying about it. 9 of Cups, yeah, because it's about being happy. It's about a wish fulfillment. But there is an energy that is slowing down this wish fulfillment for somebody. We have King of Pentacles, and we have the Hermit, and that's the strong earth energy. We have Virgo, and then we have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and then here we have King of Swords. We have Aquarius. So I feel like to read the energy of Aquarius without saying Aquarius, it's you, or that it's air, to read this energy, this is somebody who's just shooting straight from the hip. Like, look, it is what it is. You want to be over here, and I want to be over here. So, right, we're on the opposite sides right now. And it causes two people to think long and hard. Aquarius energy is like, or whoever is in the energy of I'm keeping it real with you. It's like, look, I'm keeping it real, and I've been thinking about this for a while. And we can't grow and we can't ascend like this. I am definitely going this direction. I'm keeping it 100% with you. But you're happy being here. So we're at an impasse, right? We're at an impasse. We have come to the end of our journey. If you want to stay here and I want to go over here, we're at an impasse. So what are we going to do? I definitely want what I want. And you're not ready for what I want. Kind of, and because of that, it's 10 of Pentacles reverse. It's the World reverse. This is what's ending. Quite literally. Can be even someone moving out, not continuing to build a legacy or go any further. Give me a card for that 9 of Cups, please. Yep. And that's the truth right here. We got King of Swords twice. Right here. So King of Swords is Aquarius. It's air energy, but it's also saying, being very honest and saying, speaking, voicing what you want and how things are going. And somebody says, look, the way they're going is, we're not growing. We're not growing, so we are going. We're going to go. It's a conversation that's going to happen here rather soon, it seems like. Tell me about the past energy. Tell me about the recent past energy here. 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups. This is it's a good connection, right? It's 2 of Cups, Cancer energy, but it's on the bottom of the deck. We have the 2 of Wands reverse. It's a connection where, you know, there's no expansion. And it's like somebody wants to expand their experiences. And it's like, you know, I feel close with you. I love you. We are friends. We are family. But I'm not growing. I'm not growing. And in this case, with this 8 of Cups in reverse, someone realizes they're stuck. They're just stuck. So, and that means growth. Like I did say, we had growth that wanted to come out. So overall, it's time to grow. And it's bittersweet because someone's growing and someone's left behind, but not forever, because I do see with the pictures that the person will come on board. And it might take somebody walking away for someone else to awaken. because somebody was an enabler. Tell me about the Two of Cups. Possible enabler. Remember, I'm just a tarot reader reading cards. Seven of Pentacles. I'm having a deja vu moment right now. Anybody else experiencing deja vu right now? I'm having a deja vu moment right now. Anyways, this is the Seven of Pentacles reverse, and somebody is realizing they don't want to waste any more time. We have the Star card here, a card of Aquarius, but it's nude, but it's also a card that says, I'm going to go after my wish fulfillment, and that's what I believe it's saying, because the Star and the Nine of Cups. I don't want to waste any more time. I want to live the life that I want to live. I want to have more experiences. I want to grow. I want to do things. I don't know why I was going to put that card there. Don't go there. Tell me what is the what crowns this, please? What crowns this? It's going to be a hard decision to break off that relationship as well. Whatever this relationship is, it's a close relationship. And, you know, maybe it was confusing about moving on. Maybe somebody was even lying to themselves that they needed to move on, you know, trying to be like, well, it's not so bad. But the reality is it wasn't growing, okay? This is the reality check here. It wasn't growing, okay? You and another person weren't growing together anymore. You're going this way and ascending. They're going or staying right where they were at, not wanting to learn, not wanting to grow, not wanting to see. And it can be any relationship, but it's hard. It's hard. This is hard because I do love this person. I am close with this person, but it's either I grow or I stay stuck with them, because it's literally one of those situations. Someone's frequency is rising, transitioning, and the other person is not ready for that. So there is an impasse. There is a break off here. And it can be anybody. It can be a lover, a friend, a family member, but it is someone who's like family, because we have the Ten of Cups reverse, and we have the Two of Cups. This is someone who is very, very close to you, like family. For whoever this resonates with, remember guys, this is general reading. It's a general reading. But there's clarity here. Before, where if somebody was missing clarity before, if somebody was lying to themselves, this is like being absolutely brutally honest with oneself, and this is absolute clarity in how things are. Somebody has taken off the rose-colored glasses, and they literally see it for what it is, not making excuses for it anymore. We have the Fool reverse and the Ace of Wands. There's literally there's a new journey, but not for both of you, for one of you. Someone's going off on a new journey, and somebody wants to be happy, but someone is leaving some cups behind. Okay? And we have the Emperor, and we have the King of Cups, and we have Strength reverse. So we have Leo, we have Aries, we have Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, we have Aquarius. Could be any one of those signs here in any part of the chart, but this is taking the power back, I feel, with this Emperor card here. This is taking your own power back, making your own decision here, you being in control of your own life, because I'm not getting any other message. I'm not getting boss or divine masculine or none of that stuff. I'm getting, this is where you are at emotionally, and it's hard. It's hard because you and this person were just very close. But almost this person was controlling your destiny, not because they were, literally, telling you what to do, but it was controlling your destiny and the fact that they were happy and fine and comfortable being where they are, and you want to ascend and grow. And so there's an impasse. Can't do that. That's bittersweet. So this is you taking your own power back, or whoever this is resonating, because like I say, roles can be reversed. Somebody is going on a new journey and the other person is not going on the journey with them because they're comfortable with where they're at, and it's going to be hard. The person who is ascending and breaking away, it's going to be hard, but it's going to be good. It's going to be bittersweet, because you are going, whoever is ascending, you are going to ascend. And the person that gets left behind, they do ascend. They don't stay down forever. They do follow, not too far from you either. Show me about the near future. The Magician. Virgo, Gemini energy. Also, it's Mercury going direct. All right. We have the Emperor reverse, and we have the Ace of Cups upright. For some of you, this makes this person, you ascending and breaking off from them, actually makes this person want to ascend. All right. They don't want to be left behind. They do love you, but they're very comfortable and not growing. All right. So we have the Hierophant reverse. Near future might be breaking off this spiritual contract. Okay. You've learned the lesson. Could be literally going through a divorce. We have the Emperor reverse and the Hierophant. Some of you be going to go through with that divorce. Finalize it, finish it, even if you guys are separated. Working on something that you love to do. This person loves to bake cakes, okay? So this is like working on your dream, your goal. When everybody said it was a pipe dream, this is you. Working on your dream, your goal, your wish fulfillment. And it's interesting, but then help comes along to help you in something that you've been wanting to manifest. So let's say you have this pipe dream. You want to get it off the ground. Something else that has been sort of tied into your energy, okay, has slowed down the progress. Now it's like you have broken away from that energy. All right, started working on this process for yourself that you like, and we have help comes in to help you with this manifestation, and it's divinely guided help. Could be somebody who has water, earth, or air in their chart. Could be, or fire. I got it all here. I got it all. Give me a card to sum up the near future. Yeah, Ace of Cups reverse. There's something that's not growing. Okay, it has to be left behind, and it's there is a love in your life that isn't growing. There's experiences that haven't happened, and there's also literally could be a love in your life or something that hasn't entered yet. This is all in the transition. It's all in the transition. It's all time for this to happen, coming here soon. It's like leaving something you love behind to pursue something you love even more. Tell me about the self position, please. Tell me about the self position. Star, sideways. Your wish is on its way. It is Aquarius energy. It's sideways, but it's on its way. But there was, really there was something keeping you stuck, and it comes to surface here. At some point, somebody who resonates with this reading realizes, oh, I know what was keeping me stuck. I know what was keeping me stuck. And then it's like, bam, this is the transition. This is in the self position. This is the transition that's happening here. Give me a card for the star, sideways. Yeah. Seven of Swords reverse. If this was you sabotaging yourself, okay, that's over. If this was someone sabotaging you, that is over. It's seeing the truth. Tell me about the environment, please. And you're going to love it. You're going to be in a Queen of Cups energy, or you're aligning with somebody who has water in their chart. But this person is happy. Okay, they've been through a lot. They're very intuitive. They give to themselves and they give to the world, very much like the Star card. Not a lot of difference. Okay, and you could be aligning with a person who's like you. Tell me about that Queen of Cups, please. Death card, reverse. The environment is a transition. This is literally, this is what the message was. The environment is a transition. And it's going to be for your new life. Your new life. The new people in your life. The new things in your life. The transition is happening. Everything that you can't see, everything that, it's all being done. Okay? The wheels of the universe are turning. And you just don't even see it. You don't know it. This is in the environment. Change is happening. What is in the hope and the fear, if we have anything? Okay, might be a little bit of fear around moving on. It might be a little bit of fear about finalizing things, okay? Really ending things, closing out these cycles, or this main cycle. But it might be fear, and that is like, if anybody was holding on to something, it might be a fear of letting that go. Well, you know, can I make it on my own? Can I do this? Okay, because it might be like that, you know. Maybe somebody wasn't feeling they could do this, all right? Or maybe someone's recognition or self-value, because we have the Six of Wands in the reverse. Maybe this is feeling like, if I take this leap, I'm doing it on my own. I've got nobody to back me up. I've got no kind of help at all. So someone's fear might literally be moving on, even though they're moving on from something that's been difficult. They're moving on from a Five of Swords. A Five of Swords is by no means easy. It definitely doesn't lead to success. So somebody might be destined for some sort of success, recognition in the world even. This can be being seen by the world. But this other energy has been tied to that person, and it's literally afraid of breaking off or breaking away from that energy. It's almost as if the physical body got used to it, even though it wasn't good for the physical body. It's almost like a mindset or a belief. That's changing though. Remember, this whole reading is about that is changing. You're changing frequency to a higher frequency. Or you already have and someone else is, and they're joining you. So clarifying the hope and the fears is a Tower and the Two of Pentacles reversed. So it might literally involve a house or a place of living, you know. If I leave this place, will it be better for me? If I leave this person, you know, will it be better? It's a hard decision, because it's a person, place, or thing that has to be left behind in order for this ascension to happen. And it's very scary, especially if it involves leaving a house or leaving a person or a place, you know. It's very hard. So it's not an easy decision. And we have the Two of Pentacles here reversed. It's a hard decision. But once you make that decision, or whoever's making this decision, it's going to be forward movement and forward thrust very fast. You will, once this realization hits, you're going to cut off whatever real quick and forward movement. What's the outcome look like? Keep in mind, everybody has free will. So I'm just, you know, we're just asking what the outcome could possibly be here. What could the outcome possibly be? Three of Pentacles. Working with others. And baking a cake. If anybody wants to do something with cooking or baking or any of that stuff, or building something, doesn't have to be, right? You can build anything, whatever it is, it will grow, and you will need to have people help you. This is, expansion. Once whatever this other energy that was holding you back, now there's expansion and growth with people who are like you into the same thing. This could be you opening a business because the Empress was in reverse. This could be you opening a business that energy was sort of hindering and delaying that, and then you grow and you actually need people to help you. This is a fame. We have 6 of Swords here reversed, like someone was afraid to move on, but what someone doesn't see is this fame and fortune was meant to be, and it could be literally internet fame or success. Give me a card for that 3 of Pentacles. So the bottom line is the energies that are not meant for you. We started off with Temperance reverse, and we started off with the Awakening in reverse, Judgment in the upright, I think. Or sideways. Yeah, Judgment here. Judgment. So someone needed to ascend and needed to awaken, and the other person was already doing that and needed to move away from the energy that was holding them back. So now we're ending this off with aligning with new people, working with new people, building something with new people, and it's very successful. Tell me about that 3 of Pentacles. Or it could be meeting new people if you move to a new community or apartments or something like that. And we had the King of Cups and the Emperor, this landed on, and we have the relationship that's reversed. So this landed here. So you're going to align with some other person rather quickly once this transition has made. This is a card of Virgo, but you're going to align rather quickly. And we have this 6 of Wands reversed twice. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. So you're aligning, and 3 of Pentacles reversed. You're aligning with somebody that once you do this, you could be getting into a relationship with them. It could be a work relationship, but it's really important that somebody moves on from an energy that they're not growing in. So you're going to know if it's for you or not. If you're in an energy where you're not growing, your soul isn't having experiences, you're not working on a dream that you've always had a dream of, it's time. Now's the time to make those moves. Let's get some advice. Thank you. Anything else? The advice is embrace this magical moment. You are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. This is the time to work on your wish, your pipe dream, whatever it is you wanted, and move yourself away from any energies that are hindering you. This includes being stuck on waiting on people. This includes moving away from toxic people. This is all that, even if they're family, even if you're related to them or not, or if they're like family, if it's not growing, if you're not growing, it's time for you to work on your dream. Manifest this dream because you can do it and you were meant to do it. Anyway, guys, I love you. Thank you for showing up for the reading in the chat, and namaste, my friends.